Hi, welcome to Booth Adventure Travel's YouTube channel. I'm Kim Booth, one of your safari specialists. Today, I'd like to tell you an interesting story about how Booth Adventure Travel started. And it was way back in 1999. Angela and myself were working late at my business. It was a photography business, a very busy time of year. And we were working late, and as an escape, we just asked each other what our fantasy getaway would be. And we both came up with an African photo safari. And at that point in time, we weren't even sure if it would be a possible thing to do. But we investigated it. We found out, hey, we could do this. And so we ended up booking a trip for 7 days to Kenya and had an absolutely magnificent time. When we were done, Angela actually had tears rolling down her face from just, being sad it was over and we were leaving. And so next year, we booked 10 days to Tanzania and went back. And it was also a wonderful trip, but this trip had some mishaps in it. The people that we'd booked with had sent us to some of the wrong locations for the time of year. It was too much rain or just, the wrong place for the animals to be. So after this trip, we decided we were going to do our own itineraries. So we started putting together our own trips. We still used that booking company, but we would put our own trips together. And this time, things went much smoother. The animals were where we expected them to be. And so when we would get back from these trips, we started sharing our adventures and we shared them with all our friends. And after 4 or 5 years, some of our friends came to us and said, "Can you arrange a trip for us? But we want to go with you." And so we started taking people along with us. And this worked out well because it was their first time and they had the experience of our previous trips, so we could share with them where and when the best places and times were to go. And so after we did this the first time, people went to their friends and told them what a good time they'd had. And we had more people ask if they could join us. And so we started putting together escorted safaris. This was actually quite fun and everybody had a good time. So as the years went by, the company we were using kept raising their markup to us, and they kept sending us itineraries that had mistakes in them. And we would go through and we would find all these things and we would correct them. So we decided, we're using people that are making mistakes. We have to go through and fix everything ourselves. So why don't we just book our own trips? So we started just doing all our own bookings. And now we don't just take escorted trips, which are our fun escorted trips are like the best, but we also send people on their own trips. And that is basically a short story of how Booth Adventure Travel began.